that type of time where I ain't using a meter. I'm seeing how this go. This time I'm using my 6'9" belt. Last time I was using my Rip Hamilton belt. I was like, really, I know how to go. Come on, give me that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Let me go over here. Get your check. Okay, let me go to the corner. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. Let me go here out of the corner. Well, they got me out my way, but okay. You know what I'm saying? Cash, yeah, money, cash. Let's go. Now let me make the right moves in this game time. Mommy's hating, Raven. Don't worry about her right now. When I play with my center, inside out score, I'm gonna probably put him on the Warriors. That's my rebound. Let's see what we do.
We've got a terrific low post matchup tonight, Doris. Two of the top big men in the league going head-to-head.
Kevin, these are two teams that try to get their centers as many touches as possible. They are the axis upon which these offenses rotate, and how much the defense can guard that entry pass will be a key tonight.
Now, Siakam. After the missed three from buckets, Siakam misses. For Toronto, they come in off the loss to the Spurs in San Antonio. And here's Doncic from the arc. Siakam pulls it in. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
Yeah, and last year it didn't matter whether it was on the home or on the road. They failed to take a game from either of the two meetings.
You know, they may have lost some confidence coming off those losses last year. They know their roster is similarly talented. You wonder if that provides extra motivation in this matchup this season.
Wow. He's falling that far.
And it's the Raptors' ball. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
And missing your free throws usually changes the complexion of a game. Certainly did in that one.
You know this. Nothing gets a crowd into the game more than a bunch of missed free throws. That's one of the worst things you can do on the road.
And so here is Dallas, following the miss by Pascal Siakam. That one goes in.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Now here's Van Vliet. Barnes passes to Van Vliet.
Yes, ma'am.
And it's Trent in the corner. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Yes.
Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside.
The son of an NBA vet, Gary Trent Jr.'s game is very different than his dad's.
Well, obviously, Gary Sr. had more size and therefore was a post player in a different generation. The younger Mr. Trent, an excellent shooter from deep. Pretty much the opposite style of play.
Now, here's Siakam.
All right, if I lock
in. After the miss from buckets. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot two.
Yeah. You know, we'll go up there and take to America. You know.
That's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
Stolen away.
I don't have that yet, bro.
The alley-oop attempt there. Pass to Trent. It's rebounded by Dallas.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
Here's buckets. Count that one. And this team, Greg, drafting MP, hoping he can grow into the leader here. It might take some time, but he should, I think, find his way.
And those intangibles were a big reason to draft MP. We'll keep an eye on him as he develops and steps into a leadership role for the team.
here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. Buckets got his third basket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
VanVleet with the bounce pass. Here's Siakam. And his third shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3. Here's buckets. Again, the Mavericks score.
They ran that set to perfection and got a terrific look out of it.
Raptors trail by 3. Siakam with it. He had 15 points last outing to end the run, and finished off by Siakam.
Well, Pascal Siakam showing you I can do a little bit of everything. You need an offensive rebound, a second chance opportunity, willing to do what it takes.
Good. And now that's 11 points for buckets.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Now here's Trent. Not a lot of room. Anunoby passes to Trent. Shoots the three. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Out to Hardaway. Doncic passes to buckets. On the wing, Hardaway. Shot clock at 5. And Doncic gets it to go.
Now, Luka Doncic is not shy. He trusts his range shooting, and you can see why.
Passes it to Siakam. Back to VanVleet. And the bucket is good. 3-point play.
First personal foul. At the line for the Raptors. Substitution on 4.
Keep on shooting, LP! You're killing it!
Barnes kicks to Trent. Siakam passes to Trent. Siakam sets a screen for Trent. And again, no good by Toronto. Dallas leading by 6.
The Raptors are only a few years removed from its championship in 2019. Boy, a lot has changed since then.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Sharing the wing spots for them. It'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. And it's VanVleet in at the point. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, GA?
Thanks, guys. A busy few years for Nick Nurse. In 2019, he helped lead the Raptors to the title, and he was the 2020 Coach of the Year. He says, it means a lot to me that this city and this country loves this team so much, we can go out there and give them something to be proud of. Of course, Kevin, he's been a key part of that success. Back to you.
Maybe the single most important part of their success, DA. Thank you so much.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
Here's buckets. This game an incredible scoring display for him. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries. A lot of change. Toronto is without some of the key pieces from that title team, and it wasn't that long ago. But, Greg, they haven't had to go through a full rebuild. There are some remaining parts.
Listen, the talent they have is still undeniable, and they've got a good mix of young up-and-comers and players in the prime of their career.
And watching MP out there, he's slowly starting to win over the fan base, Greg, of this team.
To call it an uphill battle would be an understatement, but he goes out and just does what he can to control what he does, and getting fans to get behind you takes time.
Now Barnes. After the missed 3 from buckets. Anunoby, good.
Don't give OG Anunoby too much space, boy. He will rise and fire in the catch-and-shoot game.
Here's buckets. Covered by VanVleet. And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. 4-point game. He is looking for Siakam and finds him.
Well, this is part of Pascal Siakam's growth, the willingness to absorb nightly responsibility to score the ball.
Takes the 3. Buckets can't hit.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Shots good by Buckets.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
Here's Barnes. Siakam left side. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Buckets, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line.
This team is simply riding the hot hand. This guy has been lights out.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
It's good from long range. And now 24 points for Buckets.
Well, it's something that only a handful of players have to deal with. Getting booed on draft night, never a great feeling, but it can act as a motivator.
And hopefully, Greg, that's how MP has used it, as motivation. The player feels like they're in a losing situation, but MP is doing everything he can to win over the fans.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
Power down with both hands.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now, here's Trent. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Barnes has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Back to the action in just...
Ice cold, frigid from beyond the arc. The question is now, can they shake it off and get back in the groove? Another option is compensate by going to the rim.
And next up, we have the award winners, our Players of the Month in the... Thanks for joining us. Now...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. And you know, Buckets has really been making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Up front, it's Finney-Smith at the 4, with Wood at the 5. Buckets is out there with Doncic, and it's Hardaway in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Fred VanVleet, a player who has always shot well from outside.
And Kevin VanVleet has continued to kind of take on more of an offensive load. Increased his volume while maintaining efficiency. Not every player able to do that.
And that one drops for him. Buckets got 28.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
Siakam deciding where to go with it. Into the lane. Banked in off the glass. Siakam's got 17.
Wow, you see the mobility for a bigger guy. Siakam just glides around the court. What a drive.
Now the pass to Buckets. Yep, it counts. Buckets got 4 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Siakam outside. Fires for 3. Buckets with the rebound.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact in it. One early. That free throw good from Buckets. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul doors, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
Here's Buckets, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green.
Spencer Dinwiddie. This sad. MP, you won't make it.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Wood. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Green. And it's Buckets in for Doncic. Raptors also changing it up. Chris Boucher's checked in for Siakam. Young comes in for Barnes. And it's Miles Bridges in for OG Anunoby. McGee is screen on Trent. Throws it up high. And he drops in the layup off the glass. McGee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass earning an additional opportunity.
Van Vliet outside. He dishes it to Young. Now Bridges, 11 points in the game. Boucher with a screen on Hardaway. And here's Trent outside. Drains the three-pointer. Trent's got 14 points for the game.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Here's Buckets, covered by Van Vliet. Lets it go from deep. Buckets can't hit.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
He started out strong. 3 threes in the first half, but the long ball has disappeared on him since.
Trent kicks to Bridges. And again, Toronto with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Mavericks leading by 6. 29 seconds left in the third. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
In the first half, he was on fire from range, but he hasn't knocked one down since.
Hardaway against Van Vliet. Trent outside. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
We talk often about Chris Boucher's length. Well, right there, you see him use it to track down that offensive rebound.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head. Josh Green. And it's Buckets in for Doncic. And Toronto also making a switch. Young's checked in. Bridges kicks to Barnes. And here's Boucher. Pass to Young. Down low. Here's Bridges. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Siakam is out there with Young. Then it's Barnes. Then it's Bridges. And it's Boucher in at the 3 spot. To the inside. And it's finished off by Boucher.
Wow, don't let the lean frame fool you. A ferocious finish on that dunk by Chris Boucher.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by our AT&T 5G Slam King. Now, here's Bridges. Siakam outside. 1:53 left in the fourth. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. Puts the move on. Drives to the hoop. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Springs in his shoes. Clear the deck when Miles Bridges is coming through, folks.
Here's Buckets. Defended by Bridges. Buckets can't hit. Toronto leading by 13. Bridges with it. Now guarded by Buckets. Here's Young. And Young slams it home.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Raptors.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category. And they continually put pressure on the defense.
And ever win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms